So I remember when I was growing up having gay teachers, and as a closeted gay student, it was nice to know that I was not alone and that there were people who were looking out for me. I know sometimes people don't get the appeal of having a gay instructor. They'll say like, oh, just focus on the teaching, focus on the math, focus on the reading, whatever. But I think they don't really get how when you're isolated and sad and lonely, that having an adult who shows like, hey, I could grow up into you, I could be happy, everything could like work out for me one day, that is incredibly, incredibly valuable to a kid who's really confused about where they stand in the world. So today I would like to talk about a gay teacher of mine growing up, a trans student I had, and finally just where I see the profession going in terms of helping students to figure out who they are when they ask. So starting with my gay teacher, his name was John. He was the piano teacher in this musical theater company I worked for, and I liked him a lot. He was so good at the piano. He really just, instilled in me a love of musical theater, and we did so many things. We did shows together, we did reviews together. Oh man, what a guy. And he was fairly like, it would come up from time to time, like, yeah, I'm gay. And also he was a, pianist in musical theater, and had, I guess, mannerisms that revealed, that he was a safe space and person to talk to. And I always felt very comfortable talking to him, even if I wasn't like coming out, just knowing I could say whatever I wanted. And years later, he actually played piano at the wedding for my husband and me. We had a small ceremony for family, and he was there, and I told him how much he meant to me, and he was very gracious about it. So then the roles were reversed because I became a teacher who is gay, and I've had one trans student, multiple sort of tell me about their identities. One in particular, he's such a good kid, so smart, so kind, so funny. And there was a student in the class who was like, used odd phrasing, like, I don't believe in gay people, I don't believe in trans people. And you're like, okay, well, they're real. There's no believing or not believing. And thank goodness I was there to just be like, hey, we're all valid. Hey, we're not going to go there. Hey, let's not do this. And then at the end of the semester, I think he was particularly vicious and was like, I'm never going to have a gay friend or a trans friend. And I was like, you literally have a gay teacher and a trans classmate. So I don't know why you're saying that. I don't know why you're trying to create problems. I was actually very impressed with the class that day because they, instead of going at him, were like, we love you to this person, this student. Like, we're so happy to have you here, and said nice things to me too. And that student at the end of the semester just said, like, thank you for just existing as you. It made a difference. It made me feel seen. It made me feel valid. And, just showing people love makes all the difference in the world.
How did we survive back then? Like, I would have killed for a gay teacher in high school, but two? Jackpot.
So where I see this profession going, there are still going to be naysayers. I had to quit a job because my boss said that me saying I was going on a honeymoon with my husband was talking about the S word, S-E-X, which is utterly insane. The students were like, what are you doing for your vacation? I was like, oh, I'm going on a honeymoon with my husband. And I had to explain that that was a very mistaken belief on her part, that talking about even having a husband is a discussion of S-E-X. And I quit that job, and more to come on that story one day. But yeah, people really don't get it. People just think like your orientation is automatically a topic of mature discussion, and it isn't. We just exist in this world. Like, we do. There's no rhyme or, two ways about it. And I have a 2-year-old niece who, like, loves her uncles and just gets it. Not a lot to get, really. So yeah, I think gay teachers are very important, queer teachers, trans teachers, to show sad kids that, like, they can be happy adults. And even to show happy kids that they can be happier adults. You need role models. Everybody does in this world. And I'm very happy that I had a gay teacher who I adored, that I've been able to be there for my trans students. And I think in the future, you just have to keep standing up for yourself and for these kids, because they don't always have people who are there speaking on their behalf. I think kids often get used as political pawns these days. And politicians make bad faith arguments that, you know, don't really value their happiness and their well-being. So yeah, teachers who are queer and visible for their students who are queer and visible, and even just ally students, thank you for doing what you do. I'm really appreciative to have colleagues like you. I know the kids are very grateful for you. And yeah, it is a challenging world with challenging people, but it is also a wonderful world with wonderful people. Happy End of Pride, everybody.
Mr. Jones?
Not now, Brooklyn.